guys, it's Rich from Pitlanes.com, and today I'm introducing a new series that we're going to be producing called the Pitlanes.com Driving School. The first thing I want to get out of the way is that this isn't me or anyone else associated with Pitlanes.com trying to say that we are the experts and everything is correct. This is just going to be sort of a collation of experience, if you like, and how we see things should be done within sim racing. If anyone has critique or suggestions for future videos, please feel free to comment, but again, we're not saying everything we're describing is the exact correct way to do things. Everyone has their own opinion on how things should be done, but we're putting these out there for newcomers to sim racing to hopefully help them out. So today we're going to be covering using the whole track, which to a lot of you may seem completely obvious, but to a newcomer, picking the racing line and realizing the width of the track may be something they're not used to yet. In future, we've talked about doing multi-class racing etiquette videos, maybe some setup videos, and also maybe describing differences between front wheel drive and rear wheel drive. But that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there before the comments go mad saying, you know, that something's wrong. Something may be wrong, but hey, I'm only human and I'm just trying to help people out. Well, we as a community are just trying to help people out. Hope you enjoy, and please like and subscribe. Cheers. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at in this video is how to approach using all of the track, and for this I've picked the downhill bend at Lime Rock Park. Having just come through a nearly full pace corner in the Honda British touring car, you come down the hill and through this corner. Now what I'm going to hopefully demonstrate is what happens when you're not right over to the left as you turn into this corner. It is possible to go through here flat, but if you use a shallow entry, then you're just going to be in all kinds of trouble come mid-corner and exit. So the aim is to show you the value of using the width of the track. So what we've got are three critical points of the corner. First, point one is where you really kind of subconsciously want to be aiming for as your turning point. We're quite lucky because rFactor 2 with its railroad technology kind of shows us the racing line anyway, but this general rule of thumb will see you good on nearly any track. But what you want to do is aim for the outside there at point one and be looking into the corner towards point two. Now what you're really aiming to do with every corner really is make it as straight a line as possible. So you want to turn as little as possible, and this allows you to carry more momentum, more speed, more stability, just all good things. So you're wanting to go from point one to point two and then spotting your exit at point three. Now it won't come instantly. It's taken me some laps to get a flat out setup and things like that through this bend, so things don't come straight away. For the longest time I was having a confidence lift somewhere in between point one and point two, just to make sure the car behaved and carried on through the corner as I intended. But yeah, with any corner your aim is to straighten it as much as possible for the reasons I described. So that's what we're going to do here, and hopefully show you what happens when you're not doing that, so as to make you more conscious to do it in the future. And as I said, this can be done on every corner there is, basically. It's worth noting that point one can be called track in, point two is always pretty much called the apex of the corner. This doesn't always have to be in the middle of the corner. Certain corners you apex late or early on, depending again on what makes it the straightest route around. And point three can be called track out. Here's an example of what I believe is the optimal line around here, going out nice and wide, clipping into the apex and out there on track out. And here's a slow-mo replay. I'm going to do this with all three lines. I'm holding the left there as best I can because vision's slightly off because you go downhill, and then straight over to the apex, avoiding the curbing because it's quite hideous here, and out to track out. And then here's an example of the middle line, and I do my best to hold the middle line there, clip across to where I think the apex is. I actually hit it a little bit early if you look on the slow-mo. We're coming down the middle of the track, as I've seen many rookies do, and I'm not having a dig, but just not confident enough to use it. I hit the apex early there, maybe 5 meters early, and then out to the exit there. And then an example of going shallow, and what I did notice here on reviewing the replay is I was really trying to hug the inside there, but on the slow-mo replay you see just before the curving starts I actually bobble out a little bit, and personally I put that down to the fact it's so much harder to pick your turning point there, but I hit the apex way early there, 15 meters early, and that compromises my exit. And then followed by this we have an example of all three on track at the same time. You can see the flat out wide one going out to the front, then the middle line is second and the shallow line is third. It perfectly demonstrates the need to get your optimal line, in my opinion. And this, in fairness, can be done quite easily by just simply practicing, really. Just give it track time, be mindful of the track limits and things like that, and do what I've just done on this replay. Take a moment, think where might I be losing time, and if you're not into Motec and things, have a look at your replay, review your corners, and just see, you know, if you're leaving loads of space to your left on turn entry, then it's quite clear that you're compromising where your apex should be and the rest of the corner. And by the same token, if you're leaving loads of space on turn exit, to whichever side the turn exit is, then you can carry more speed through the corner, and you may be slowing down too much for the corner. But it is trial and error, and with sim racing we're really lucky with, you know, you can just press escape and have another lap. So use that feature, take advantage of that feature. Don't get down in the dumps if your lap time's out there. I'm not the quickest guy out there, but I do all I can to analyse my own driving. Someone's probably going to point out the flaws with my advice here, but it's well intended. I do want to add to the end of this video that I've used rFactor 2 for this video because of its ability to merge replays in the fashion you've just seen. I do intend to use other sims because these fundamentals carry across anything. So rFactor 2, iRacing, Assetto Corsa, you name it, fundamentals are fundamentals, you know. So I do want to make people aware I'm not just being a fanboy of a particular sim. We're going to be covering a range of them. But that's it for today. I hope it's been in depth enough for you guys, and I hope I've explained it clearly enough. Do you like these videos? I hope you do. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Don't be too harsh, it's my first try at this kind of thing. But until next time guys, I shall see you soon, and take care. Thanks a lot. Bye.